speaking of metrics, how do you help them understand the kind of the core pieces that go into, their new sales world?
The beautiful thing about sales is it's hard, extremely hard, but it's simple. You're either hitting quota or you're not. You're either your number or you're not. So it's all about that, right? Especially for an account executive, your job is to close deals and generate at least X amount of revenue for the company. That's it. So if other, what I call sub-metrics aren't nearly as important, or I would argue aren't really that important at all, that's all I'm focused on. So I think done back at just simplifying it toward getting toward the number, because if they're not getting toward the number, they're not hitting their goals. Companies are hitting their goals. And then it's on me, the manager, to listen to recordings and find out why and where they need training, and then focus on those things to get them to where they need to be.
I like how you start with the reps' real goals are from what is their why? Then we start to talk about the activity of what are your activity goals? Help me understand how you get them to think about the prospect's goals, because I know that's kind of the third piece to this.
Sure. Well, the process we have is as we have the discovery laid out in our Salesforce interface in our discovery section, and that's part of it, and we coach and train them on, it's so cliche to say, find the gaps, what problems are you facing, right? That can be very generic. So I think it's more of we talk about second layer discovery a lot, second layer disco, and doing it throughout the demo, moment of potential problem, current process, desired process, here's the gap, here's how seamless or your solution can solve that, right? And so just being very problem, current state, desired state, gap solution focused, like gap selling. We coach that a lot. So that kind of again, it simplifies it and gets to what matters.
I love that. I read Miller Hyman, not in the 80s, but I read the 80s version of before it was the new strategic selling. I think it was just Miller Hyman's strategic selling. And the words that stuck with me were, what you want to look for are their expectations and then their current reality. And then progress is only going to happen, or something is only going to happen when there's a gap between those two. And that just
I'll say something else, not to cut you off, but that is a good reminder for all salespeople, and it's empowering for an individual. I think a lot of account executives get on a call. Okay, I got this prospect. I got to do a good demo. I'm on their time. They're taking time out of their day. Look, you're on the same level playing field. Because Colin, if you're my prospect, you're taking time out of your day. I'm taking time out of mine. And you're taking time out of your day to learn about my solution, which means there's something that your current state, you want to be at desired state, and you see some layer of potential value and light where I can help you and provide value to what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not taking 30 minutes, whatever it is, out of your day to sit down with me. Yeah. So it's a good reminder for salespeople to be empowered like that versus, being a little bit, subordinate to a prospect and thinking that they're in a position of power because they got the money and they can sign a contract. You can help your prospect make money. And that's why they're taking time out of their day to be.
Totally. People don't do
just head-to-head professionals.
100%. People aren't going to do anything unless they think it's going to help them make money, either increase revenue, reduce their costs and improve their margins, or reduce risk.
Our CRO, Mike, to his credit, he's kept it pretty simple throughout our growth. He's like, look, they buy from you for one reason, or they don't buy from you for one reason, because they either believe that your product and you are going to help them make money, or they don't. Nothing else matters, like a specific workflow and integration and some sort of zap to a back-end ops. Okay, that's nice, but that's not directly making, do you think it's going to make you money or not? And that's it. Very simple.